Hello students, Ramanand here. Today in this series of discussion through problem, we will discuss problem of acceleration analysis. Student, this is brief introduction about me. As I said, my name is Ramanand Bansal. I have cleared GATE in 2014 with All India rank 70 in mechanical branch. Then I got selected in IOCL, HPCL and BARC and finally joined IOCL as operation officer in Hazira Terminal, Surat. After working for 1 year, I left the job for teaching and since then I am teaching in the field of GATE and ESE. I have around 5 plus year of experience in this field. Now we will start the discussion. First I am telling what is the question. Friends, this question has come in GATE 2017. It is the question of acceleration analysis. First I will tell what is the question. Friends, this is a rigid body which is under in plane motion and point P, point Q and point R are the points of this rigid body in which distance between point P and Q is 12 meter, distance between point Q and R is 16 meter and distance between point R and point P is 20 meter. At this instant, the acceleration of point R with respect to point P. At this instant, the acceleration of point R with respect to point P is tan at an angle 180 degree meter per second square. Clear? And acceleration of point Q is 0. What is given in the question? In this instant, acceleration of R with respect to P is tan at an angle 180 degree meter per second square and absolute acceleration of point Q is 0. Okay, we have to find acceleration of point R, absolute acceleration of point R. These are the options. Option A, 8 at an angle 233 degree meter per second square. Option B, 10 at an angle 225 degree meter per second square. Option C, 10 at an angle 217 degree meter per second square. And option D at an angle 217 degree meter per second square. Okay, now we will discuss the solution. So students, now we will discuss the solution. Friends, what is given? The acceleration of point R with respect to P is tan at an angle 180 degree meter per second square and absolute acceleration of point Q is 0. And we have to find absolute acceleration of point R. We have to find absolute acceleration of point R. Friends, to solve this problem, we will use vector method. How? We have to find absolute acceleration of point R and the absolute acceleration of point Q is given in the question and it is 0. We have to find absolute acceleration of point R and acceleration of point Q is given in the problem, that is 0. And R and Q are the point of same length. So what we will do, first we will write the vector equation of acceleration between point R and point Q. First we will write the vector equation of acceleration between point R and point Q. How we can write? Suppose I have to find absolute acceleration of point R. So how we can write the vector equation of point R? By reaching up to point Q. See, we have to find absolute acceleration of point R. So first we will find acceleration of point R and the point R is the point of which length? The point Q also is the point of same length and we know absolute acceleration of point Q. So first we will find acceleration of point R with respect to Q. First we will find acceleration of point R with respect to Q. Now since first we are finding acceleration of point R with respect to Q, therefore now I will find absolute acceleration of point Q and absolute acceleration of point Q is given in the problem. What we have to do? We have to find absolute acceleration of point R. So how we can find it? First we will find acceleration of point R but with respect to point Q, because acceleration of point Q is already given in the problem. Or since we have find acceleration of r with respect to q. Therefore, now we will find absolute acceleration of point q. Clear? So this will be the vector equation of acceleration of r. How we can find it? Acceleration of r with respect to q plus absolute acceleration of point q. Clear? This equation is very important. Suppose this equation is equation 1. Now, in this equation, acceleration of r is unknown because we have to find it. Acceleration of q is already given in the problem. It is 0. To find absolute acceleration of r, acceleration of q we already know. But for calculating acceleration of r, first we need to find acceleration of r with respect to q. First we need to find acceleration of r with respect to q because it is not given in the problem. And since r and q are the point of same link, so if two point are point of same rigid link, then between to find the to find the relative acceleration between them, here r and q are the point of same link. Suppose this link is link 2, so both r and q are the point of same link 2. So distance between r and q will never change. And when the distance of r and q is never changing, to find the absolute acceleration, to find the relative acceleration of point r with respect to q, we can use the concept of radial and tangential acceleration. So to find acceleration of r with respect to q, since r and q are the point of same link, we can use the concept of radial and tangential acceleration. But to use the concept of radial and tangential acceleration, first we should know what is the angular velocity of this link. Without knowing angular velocity, that is omega, we cannot find radial acceleration. Similarly, to find the tangential acceleration, first we need to know what is the angular acceleration of this link, that is alpha. Without knowing alpha, we cannot find tangential acceleration of r with respect to q. So to calculate acceleration of r, first we need to find acceleration of r with respect to q, because acceleration of q we already know. And since r and q are the point of same link, we can use the concept of radial and tangential acceleration. But to use the concept of radial and tangential acceleration, first we need to find angular acceleration of this link. First we need to find angular velocity of this link. Suppose angular velocity of this link is omega, and we need to find angular acceleration of this link. Suppose angular acceleration of this link is alpha. Now next question will come, how we can find omega and alpha of those link. For that, one more information is given in the problem. What is given? In question it is given acceleration of r with respect to q. Acceleration of r with respect to p, and its value is 10 at an angle 180 degree meter per second square. We know acceleration of r with respect to p, and it is given 10 at an angle 180 degree meter per second square. Now here r is the point of link 2 and p is also the point of link 2, and we know relative acceleration between r and p. As I already discussed, if two points are the point of same link, we can always use the concept of radial and tangential acceleration. Here we know acceleration of r with respect to p. It is given in question. And to find the acceleration of r with respect to p, we can use the concept of radial and tangential acceleration. So what I will do, from acceleration of r with respect to p, because it is given in the problem, first we will find a radial acceleration of r with respect to p, and by using radial acceleration we will find omega. And by using acceleration of r with respect to p, next we will find tangential acceleration of r with respect to p, and by using tangential acceleration of r with respect to p, what we will do, we will find alpha. So let's start. First we will draw acceleration of r with respect to p. It is given, its magnitude is 10 meter per second square, and its angle is, suppose its angle is theta r with respect to p. Its angle is 180 degree. Now whenever in any vector equation, if the angle is given, it is not mentioned in the question from where we have measured this angle. So whenever in any question, if the vector in the vector equation of any acceleration value angle is given, but it is not told in the question from where it is measured, we will always measure this angle from positive x-axis in anti-clockwise. But listen my word carefully. If it is not mentioned in the question from where we have to measure angle, if it is mentioned, then obviously we will measure from that axis in which question is asked or in question is given. But whenever the angle is given for any vector, but it is not mentioned in the question from where we have to measure this angle, we will always measure the angle from positive x-axis, in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so angle of acceleration of r with respect to p is 180 degree from where? Positive x-axis. In which direction? Anti-clockwise direction. Now we will draw it first. What I am doing, I am drawing this RP line separately. If by using geometry, if you will calculate this angle will come 36.87 degree. How we can calculate? Suppose this angle is alpha, then tan alpha equal to 12 by 16. Then this angle will come 36.87 degree. Now I am drawing this RP line because acceleration of r with respect to p is given separately. This is point R, this is point P, and this angle is 36.87 degree. And length distance between point R and P is distance between point R is and P is 20 meter. Okay. Now we will draw acceleration of r with respect to p. It is the acceleration of which point? Point R. With respect to which point? P. Since it is the acceleration of point R with respect to P, so we will draw this acceleration in point R in RP line because it is the acceleration of point R with respect to P. This is point R. This is positive x-axis and its angle is from positive x-axis and in anti-clockwise direction 180 degree. So this will be our acceleration of r with respect to p and its value is 10. Okay. Now, as we already know, acceleration of r with respect to p is given in the question 10 meter per second square. But since r and p are the point of same length, we can use to calculate r with respect to p concept of radial and tangential acceleration. And what will be the radial acceleration of r? Formula of radial acceleration of r with respect to p will be omega square into distance between r and p. What will be radial acceleration of r with respect to p? Omega square into distance between r and p. And what will be its direction? It will always be parallel to rp and its sense will always be towards p from r. Since this is radial acceleration of r with respect to p, its direction will always be parallel to rp and its sense will be towards p from r. And its second component will be tangential of r with respect to p. What is the formula of tangential of r with respect to p? It is alpha into distance between r and p. And what will be its direction? It is perpendicular to rp and sense will be decided by alpha. Clear? It will be perpendicular to rp and its sense will be decided by alpha, whether alpha is clockwise or anti-clockwise. But we don't know omega and alpha. What we know? We know acceleration of r with respect to p 10 meter per second square. That is, we know resultant of this radial component and tangential component. And this radial component will always be parallel to rp and this tangential component will always be perpendicular to rp. So what we will do? We will resolve this acceleration of r with respect to p first along rp and second perpendicular to rp. And the component which is along rp will be radial of r with respect to p and the component which is perpendicular to rp will be tangential of r with respect to p. And then by using radial of r with respect to p we will calculate alpha, and by using tangential of r with respect to p we will calculate by using radial of r with respect to p we will calculate omega, and by using tangential of r with respect to p we will calculate alpha. So now we will resolve. This is acceleration of r with respect to p, its value is 10 and angle from rp line is 36.87. So the component of acceleration of r with respect to p along rp, its direction will be this, and its value will be tan, that is acceleration of r with respect to p cos 36.87. And since it is the component of r with respect to p along rp, it will be radial acceleration of r with respect to p. It will be radial acceleration of r with respect to p. So radial acceleration of r with respect to p is what? Tan cos 36.87. Now we will resolve acceleration of r with respect to p perpendicular to rp. This will be its perpendicular component of rp. Okay, and its value will be tan. Since angle from rp is 36.87, therefore perpendicular rp component will be tan sin 36.87, and this will be tangential of r with respect to p, because the component of r with respect to p which is perpendicular to rp will always be tangential of r with respect to p. So now we will know radial of r with respect to p, tan 36 cos 36.87, and radial, and tangential of r with respect to p, tan sin 36.87. I am rubbing it. So radial of r with respect to p, its value is tan cos 36.87 equal to omega square into rp, and distance between point r and p is 20 meter. By calculating, omega square will come 0.4, that is value of omega will come square root of 0.4 radian per second. Square root of 0.4 radian per second. Next, I am rubbing it. Tangential of r with respect to p is, what is its value? Tan sin 36.87, tan sin 36.87, and what is the formula of tangential of r with respect to p? Alpha into distance between r and p, and distance between r and p, it is given 20 meter. So what will be the value of alpha from here? Tan sin 36.87 upon 20, and by calculating, value of alpha will come 0.3 radian per second square. 0.3 radian per second square. We can also calculate the direction of alpha. How we can calculate? As we know, direction of tangential of r with respect to p will always be perpendicular of rp, and its sense will be decided of alpha. But here we know that sense of tangential of r with respect to p. It is the sense of tangential of r with respect to p. So by using this sense, we can calculate the direction of alpha. How? It is the tangential component of point r with respect to p. So first we will keep a pencil in point r, and we will rotate this point r with respect to point p in the direction of tangential component, and it will give direction of alpha. This is point r, and if I will rotate point r with respect to this p in the direction of tangential component, this is tangential component. So by rotating the point r with respect to p in the direction of tangential component, direction will be this. And what is this direction? Clockwise. By rotating the point r with respect to p in the direction of tangential component, this will be direction, and this is clockwise. So direction of alpha will be clockwise. So now we know value of omega square root of 0.4 radian per second, and value of alpha 0.3 radian per second square clockwise. I am rubbing this. What is the value of omega? Square root of 0.4 radian per second. Value of alpha 0.3 radian per second square clockwise. Okay. So the vector equation between point r and q is acceleration of r equal to r with respect to q plus acceleration of q. Here we need to find acceleration of point r. We already know acceleration of q. In question it is given acceleration of q 0 meter per second square, And now to calculate acceleration of r, first we need to find acceleration of r with respect to q, and we can easily find acceleration of r with respect to q because it is the point, r and q are the point of same link, and for 2 points of the same link, to calculate relative acceleration between them, we can use the concept of radial acceleration and tangential acceleration. And to calculate a radial acceleration, we need to know omega, which we have calculated, and to calculate tangential acceleration, we need to know alpha, which we already calculated. So first we will calculate acceleration of r with respect to q. Acceleration of r with respect to q. Since it is the point of same link, we can use the concept of radial acceleration and tangential. So there will be two component of acceleration of r with respect to q. First, radial of r with respect to q, and second, tangential of r with respect to q. How we will calculate radial of r with respect to q? Omega square into distance between r and q. What is the value of omega? Square root of 0.4, so it will be 0.54 square into what is the distance between r and q? It is 16 meter. By calculating this, its value will come out 6.4 meter per second square. And what will be the direction of radial of r with respect to p? It will always be parallel to rq. Radial of r with respect to q will always be parallel to rq, and its sense will be, since it is the radial component of r with respect to q, so its sense will be towards q from r. Direction of radial of r with respect to q will be parallel to rq, and its sense will always be towards q from r. Now we will calculate tangential of r with respect to q. Its value will be alpha into distance between r and q. The value of alpha is 0.3, and distance between r and q is 16 meter. So its value will be 4.8 meter per second square. What will be the direction of this component? Tangential of r with respect to q. Its direction will always be perpendicular to rq, and its sense will be decided by alpha. Its direction will always be perpendicular to rq, and its sense will be decided by alpha. And we know already calculated direction of alpha, it is clockwise. So tangential of r with respect to q will be perpendicular to rq, and its sense will be decided by alpha, which is clockwise. Okay, so we calculated radial acceleration and tangential acceleration of r with respect to q. To get its exact direction, we will draw it. So to draw, I am rubbing it. First we will draw, since it is acceleration of r with respect to q, so we will draw this component in rq line, and because it is acceleration of r with respect to q, so we will draw this component in rq line at point r, because it is acceleration of r with respect to q, in rq line at point r. This is rq line. I am drawing it separately. The distance between this point is 16 meter. So r with respect to q in rq line at point r. First we will draw radial of r with respect to q. What is its direction? Parallel to rq. This is parallel to rq, and its sense is towards q from r. Towards q from r. So towards q from r, this will be its sense. This is radial of r with respect to q, and its value is 6.4. Since it is coming in horizontal direction, so we will not calculate its angle from horizontal, because it is already in horizontal. Now we will draw tangential of r with respect to q. It is perpendicular to rq. This is perpendicular to rq. Since rq is horizontal, it will be vertical, and its sense will be decided by alpha, which is clockwise. How we will decide or find its sense? It is decided by alpha. How we will use it? We will rotate, since it is tangential acceleration of point r with respect to q, we will rotate point r with respect to q in the direction of alpha, and it will give the sense of tangential of r with respect to q. How? This is point r, so we will keep pencil in point r. Now we will rotate point r with respect to q in the direction of alpha, and the direction of alpha is clockwise. So we will rotate point r with respect to point q in the direction of alpha, that is in direction clockwise. So what will be? point R with respect to Q in clockwise direction. This will be clockwise direction. So when we will rotate point R with respect to Q in clockwise direction, so in this line we need to give arrow in downward direction. Then it will rotate point R. This arrow will rotate point R with respect to Q in clockwise direction. So this will be the sense of tangential of R with respect to Q. And what is its value? 4.8. So we have calculated acceleration of R with respect to Q. It has two components. One radial of R with respect to Q, or second tangential of R with respect to Q. Okay, I am rubbing it. So now we know acceleration of R with respect to Q, and acceleration of Q is already given in the question. It is 0. Since it is 0, we can eliminate this because acceleration of point Q is 0. Now we will resolve this vector equation in two perpendicular directions. I am selecting the two perpendicular direction. One is x direction and second is y direction. So I am resolving this vector equation in x direction and y direction. First we will resolve this equation in x direction. What will the vector equation in x direction? This is acceleration of r. So first this will be acceleration of r, component of acceleration of r in x direction equal to acceleration of r with respect to q, that is component of acceleration of r with respect to q in x direction, and acceleration of q is already 0, so we need not to write it. And since we don't know anything about acceleration of r, so acceleration of r, component of acceleration of r in x direction is also unknown. Then equal to, hence equal to the component of r with respect to q in x direction. R with respect to Q has two components, first radial and second tangential. So we will resolve both these components in x direction. I am resolving one by one. Its one component is radial of R with respect to Q. Its value we already know 6.4. Since it is coming in already in x direction, so its x component will be same 6.4, but it is in minus x direction. So its x component will be minus 6.4. It is the x component of radial of acceleration of r with respect to q. Now we will resolve tangential of r with respect to q in x direction. Since it is in y direction, its component in x direction will be 0. So component of tangential of r with respect to q in x direction is 0. So here it is the component of acceleration of r in x direction minus 6.4. 6.4 is its value, and minus means its direction will be in minus x direction. Okay, I am rubbing it. So if we will draw component of acceleration of r in x direction, this is x direction, and since it is negative, it will be negative x direction. It is acceleration of r in component of acceleration of r in x direction. Now since we have taken its right direction, so now we will take its positive value. What is the value? 6.4. Negative is just indicating that its direction will be in minus x direction. Okay. Now we will resolve this vector equation in y direction. What will be the y component? Acceleration of r, its y component, equal to r with respect to q, its y component, plus, but acceleration of q is 0, so we need not to write it. Now we don't know anything about acceleration of r, therefore as y component of acceleration of r is also unknown. Equal to acceleration of r with respect to q, its y component. R with respect to q has two components, first radial and tangential. So we will resolve both these components in y direction. We are taking one by one. First I am taking radial. Its value is 6.4, but since it is in x direction, its y component will be 0. So component of radial of r with respect to q in x direction is 0. Now we will take tangential component. It is already in y direction, 4.8, so it will come as it is, but since it is in negative y direction, therefore its y component will be minus 4.8. So component of acceleration of r and y direction, what is it? Is minus 4.8. Clear? This is acceleration of point r within y direction. Its value is 4.8, and minus is indicating its direction will be in minus y direction. I am drawing it here. This is acceleration of r, x component. Now acceleration of r in its y component will be this, and since it is negative, it will be in minus y direction. This is acceleration of component of acceleration of r in y direction, and its value will be 4.8. Okay, I am rubbing it. So we have to calculate resultant acceleration of r. We have calculated two component in x direction, in y direction. So what will be its angle between these two component is 90 degree. So what will be the resultant? Suppose this is resultant of acceleration of r. How we will calculate it? Resultant acceleration of r. Square root of x component square plus y component square. What is x component? 6.4 whole square plus what is y component? 4.8 square. So by calculating this, acceleration of r will come 8 meter per second square. It is the value of acceleration of r. But in option, not only its value is asked, its direction is also asked. In all the option, the angle of acceleration of r is again given. But again, it is not mentioned in the option or question from where we have to measure this angle. Okay, as I said earlier, whenever it is not mentioned from where we have to take the angle of vector, we will always take it from positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. So we will calculate the angle of acceleration of r. Suppose this is theta. From where? From positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. So we will calculate. First I am calculating this angle. Suppose this angle is phi. How we can calculate it? Since it is its x component, it is its y component, I am taking this angle from x component. So we can calculate it by tan phi. If I am taking from this component, it will be tan phi will be this y component upon x component. What is y component? 4.8, and what is x component? 6.4. From here phi will come 36.87 degree. But we need to find its angle from positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. This is positive x-axis. From positive x-axis anti-clockwise direction, this angle, and we are denoting this angle by theta. What will be the theta? This angle is 180 plus this angle is phi. So this will be 180 plus phi, and what is the value of phi? 36.87. By calculating this, theta will come 216.87 degree. So how we can write acceleration of r? 8 meter per second square, 18 angle 216.87 degree. Or from where it is? From positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Clear? What is the which is the right option? Option D. That is 8 at an angle 216.87. In option it is given 217 degree. It is round off value. Okay. So this is acceleration of r, 8 at an angle 216.87 degree. So student, I am hoping you understood the video, and if you understood the video, please like it, comment on the video and share it as much as possible. And if you want to watch more videos like this in near future, please subscribe the channel. And always keep remember, to get success, determination is the key.